The measles outbreak across the country is hitting historic levels. The CDC says there are 90 new cases of measles, bringing the total to more than 550. That's just this year. That's already the second highest total in 25 years. And it's not just children who need the vaccine. The CDC says people born between 1957 and 1989 might not be as protected as they think. People in their 30s through their 60s might have only gotten one dose, I should say, of the MMR vaccine instead of the recommended 2 doses. I am joined now by Dr. Robert Frencks, the medical director of infectious diseases at Cincinnati Children's. I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So that last part of the story, that some people, a whole wide swath of people, might not have had as many doses of the MMR vaccine as they should have. Is that something we should be concerned about?
No, it really is
Okay.
a low problem. I would say probably almost everyone before 1987 only had 1 dose of vaccine.
And how resistant is that group of people typically?
Over 90% are still immune to the virus, so they should be pretty well protected. We would be more concerned about people that have a place where they're going to be at increased risk of getting the virus or maybe increased risk of exposure to other people. Those are the ones we probably target to get the second vaccine as adults.
Okay, if you are concerned, should you talk to your doctor about it?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Conversations that I've heard since the evolution of this story and this measles epidemic or outbreak. I don't live in New York, so I don't need to be worried. True or false?
False.
Okay, why?
Well, we've really only eliminated 1 disease from Earth, and that's smallpox. Every other disease is still there, and the only reason we're not seeing them is because of vaccines. If we don't continue a high level of vaccines, we will see measles in Ohio. Okay. It's just a matter of time.
Does all it take is getting on a plane with somebody
Sure.
who has it?
I mean, so in Ohio 5 years ago, we had an outbreak of almost 400 cases of measles because of people going to the Philippines for a humanitarian mission. They didn't realize it, but they landed right in the middle of a measles epidemic and brought it back to Ohio. Same thing could happen tomorrow.
How long can the virus live? It's spread via droplets, correct?
Correct, and it's minutes to hours, so that, and most of it's when you're pretty close to somebody, 3 to 5 feet away. But if you're exposed to measles, it's very contagious. Over 90% of people exposed will get measles if they're not immune.
So our most vulnerable population, those who are not vaccinated?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then of course children under the age of 1, right?
Yeah. And because we cannot vaccinate under the age of 1, so that's why we really want to vaccinate everyone who can to try to protect those younger children too, because that's the only way we can protect them, is protecting the people around them.
Dr. Frencks, thanks for joining us this evening and putting this in perspective, because there are people who are concerned, so you've helped us out.
You're welcome.